I'm going to show you how to very easily use your Veritas shooting plane as a jointer plane. All it takes is 2 small pieces of plywood, 2 bolts, 2 washers, and a little bit of glue. The side of the Veritas shooting plane is perpendicular to the plane's sole, and that side is tapped with 2 threaded holes. The fence simply bolts to those holes, and that makes it easy to hold the plane perpendicular to a narrow edge. I made my jointer fence with a Shaper Origin handheld CNC router. I've posted those files so anyone with a CNC can use them for free. There's a link in the description. But this project is so easy you really don't need a CNC. The main part of the fence is 1/2-inch plywood, 15 inches by 4 inches. You can vary the dimensions if you want. I rounded the ends, but that's optional. The CNC file has slots for the bolts to mount the fence. If you don't use a CNC, just drill holes 4.5 inches apart on center. If you are using a CNC, a 1/8 inch bit fits the bolt slots. The bolts themselves are number 10 Imperial with a 32 thread pitch. You have to be a little careful shopping because your hardware store will probably have both 1032 bolts, which is what you want, and 1024 bolts, which will not fit the threads. The bolts need to be 3/4 of an inch long and get a couple of washers too. The second plywood part is a standoff cut from 1/4 inch plywood, 15 inches by 2 inches. The standoff is needed because the plane's blade does not extend the entire width of the plane's sole, and the standoff positions the plane's sole so the blade extends across the entire work surface. To attach the standoff, I temporarily bolted the fence to the plane, then used the sole of the plane to draw a reference line on the fence. Detach the fence and use that line to spread glue almost up to the line, then attach the standoff. I attached mine just a little shy of the line so the standoff will not interfere with the plane's sole when mounting the fence. When the glue dries, you are all done. It's pretty obvious, but to use the fence, you just attach it to the plane using the 2 bolts and washers. Not quite as obvious, but for joining with the fence, you're going to want to change the angle of the plane's tote. The plane is designed to accommodate that. You can loosen the tote using a 4mm hex wrench. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you make one of these things, I'd love to hear about it, so leave me a comment. Of course, I'd welcome your subscription. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye.